The story of the Titanic is a modern myth of absolute human arrogance sinking into the freezing deep and dark ocean now. Welcome to History Now Studios, where we deeply blend hard historical facts with the darkest shadows of original true myth. Today, we explore the terrifying final moments of Captain Edward Smith, a man whose absolute legend is wrapped in the dark. The unsinkable luxury ship sailed proudly across the cold Atlantic, ignoring massive ice warnings from other sad vessels. On April 14, 1912, the massive iron leviathan struck a deadly iceberg, sealing its truly tragic fates. The massive collision was barely felt by the wealthy passengers above, yet the fatal blow deeply pierced her frozen belly. Captain Smith rushed to the command bridge, instantly ordering the desperate pumps to fight the fast-rising, freezing sea. The ship's designer quickly calculated the grim math, realizing the massive vessel had exactly 2 very short hours left. In our epic fantasy tales, sea monsters drag massive ships down, but here, the cold reality of nature was the beast today. As the grim realization set in, witnesses claimed the veteran captain seemed to slowly sink into a deep shock now. There were simply not enough lifeboats for everyone on board, transforming a rescue mission into the absolute death trap. He gave the terrifying order to load the desperate women and men into the fragile wooden boats under the freezing sky now. The freezing waters slowly crept up the grand staircase, ruthlessly destroying the opulence of the Edwardian golden eras. The brave band played stoically on the sloping deck, desperately trying to calm the totally terrified and frantic crowds. The historical accounts of Captain Smith's ultimate final moments remain deeply contradictory and totally wrapped in fog. Some surviving crew members stated they saw him standing completely alone on the bridge, staring into the dark, vast sea. Others fiercely claimed he grabbed a heavy pistol, choosing a rapid exit over the slow, freezing death of the dark ocean. A few reported seeing the proud captain jump bravely into the freezing ocean, desperately trying to save a drowning soul. The absolute truth was completely swallowed by the deep Atlantic, lost forever among the broken ruins of the mighty ship. He was the absolute master of the vessel, deeply responsible for over 2,000 adult souls trapped in the cold, dark. The heavy burden of that failure truly crushed his spirit long before the freezing water touched his heavy leather boots. He released his loyal crew from their strict duties, famously telling them it was now every man for himself in the darks. As the massive stern of the broken ship rose high into the starry night, the bright electrical lights suddenly flickered. The enormous iron hull groaned and violently snapped in half, producing a truly terrifying roar across the silent oceans. The captain went down with his grand ship, fulfilling the ancient and deeply tragic maritime tradition of absolute honor. Whether he faced his dark end with stoic courage or completely shattered under the pressure, the man became an epic myth. History often demands a truly glorious hero, heavily romanticizing the desperate final acts of ordinary, flawed adult men. But the dark ocean does not care for human legends, consuming the brave and the terrified with equal and absolute forces. The sinking of the Titanic marked the abrupt, terrifying end of an era completely defined by extreme industrial arrogance. Humanity had fiercely believed they could conquer the wild forces of nature with heavy steel and massive steam engines now. The massive iceberg stood as a truly silent, ancient sentinel, completely shattering our deeply flawed human invincibility. In our fictional worlds, brave warriors fiercely battle absolute darkness, but real life offers no magical rescue today. The freezing black water claimed over 1,500 adult lives, leaving the remaining few to drift in absolute trauma. The ghost of Captain Smith continues to haunt the heavy pages of modern history, a truly tragic figure of dark maritimes. Was he a deeply careless commander who ignored the ice, or a truly brave victim of the unstoppable massive elements now? The incredibly deep abyss holds its dark secrets very tightly, 2.5 miles completely beneath the ocean's surface. Only the silent, rusted wreckage remains, slowly decaying in the absolute crushing pressure of the terrifying deep darks. The story of the Titanic serves as a profound and dark warning that hubris will always lead to a massive, tragic collapse. Nature remains entirely unconquered, a deeply powerful force that absolutely demands our utmost respect and heavy caution. The next time you boldly sail across the vast dark ocean, remember the deeply tragic souls resting in the freezing depths. History Now Studios will constantly continue to explore the terrifying shadows where real human history and dark myth meet. We will always strip away the romantic Hollywood fog to desperately seek the unvarnished and absolute truths of our past. The line between true history and deep epic fantasy is incredibly thin when facing the massive, terrifying, dark universe. Join us as we constantly seek the deep, ancient whispers hidden completely within the cold, silent ruins of our human time. Subscribe to our epic channel for more deeply immersive documentaries covering the darkest shadows of reality and fantasy.